parents often get into that cycle of like, I need you to go to bed right now. Like, I'm exhausted myself. I need you to go to bed. I need to sleep. I need to work, right? And you try to do a quick fix instead of like, okay, we need to work through it. Even if it takes like a couple nights in a row or up to a week, we need to work through it every bedtime, every time I put you down. I know it's hard when you think about it in the moment because it's like, oh my God, this could take a week, right? But keep in mind, you're setting a child up for success. You're teaching a child what are you expecting from them and what is okay and what is not okay. And when it comes to that part specifically, when you guys feel frustrated and you feel like you're in a behavioral regression, and I think, yeah, we kind of had a behavioral regression ourselves with our 4-year-old just like 2 months ago, where things were just not enjoyable at bedtime. He was pushing back a lot, and it wasn't a very enjoyable process until it clicked for me. And I'm like, okay, we're actually in a behavioral regression right now because he's progressing so much developmentally, cognitively. I need to restructure his bedtime routine a little bit. And for him, and keep in mind he's 4, this is way different. For him specifically, that meant no toys around the bed or in his bunk bed. We had to make sure it's just stuffies in there. We had to set very specific rules of like, this is when you go to the bathroom. This is how often we're going to come back in your room. Obviously, that doesn't apply to your 2-year-old. So you always have to like reevaluate based on your child's current cognitive state. For your child that's 2 or under 2, keep in mind you also want to make sure the process is positive. And that's what I had to do with my son. I was like, I almost start to dread every bedtime process because I know he's going to push back. I know he's going to be mad. There's going to be screaming, and I don't want this to happen, right? But I had to evaluate that and be like, no, this just is not how it used to be for 4 years, and it can't be that way right now and in the future, right? So what I did instead is I shifted his bedtime to something more positive. And what you can do, even for your child that's 1 to 2, bring in a star projector, start to work with lights, low key, mellow, but have some stars on, have a very inviting, positive environment for your child. That's something special. And you just turn that on when it's time to get ready for nap time or bedtime. That star projector is never on for playtime. It's not on for anything else besides you guys starting your bedtime routine and then your child hopping in. For older toddlers, you could even leave it on. That's what we did back then. We just had a timer on the star projector. We dimmed it so it was very low, very mellow, not super stimulating, and at some point it turned off. Another thing you could do is set very specific rules and expectations around the bedtime routine. And you can even do that with a 15 to 18-month-old. You can encourage your child to be in charge of themselves with things that you as a parent really don't care about.